facilities, or MRFs, are where recyclables go after they leave the curbside bins. The MRF sorts, processes, and bales these recyclables to be shipped to manufacturers. First, all the materials are unloaded and placed onto a conveyor belt in preparation for sorting. They then fall onto an inclined screen and are sorted by gravity and shape. The paper products travel up the screen. While the paper products travel up, containers fall back and through the screen onto a new conveyor that takes them to their next step in the sorting process. This process isn't foolproof. Workers sort out trash and misdirected recyclables by hand. This lessens the amount of contamination in the final recycling load. The paper products are dropped into a holding container that waits at the end of the conveyor, then baled. Plastic bags are the #1 problem at a MRF. While they are recyclable, a MRF can't process them. Take plastic bags to a grocery store, and they will take care of recycling those. The containers that previously rolled down and through the screen begin the next step with super strong magnets that attract steel. They pick steel products up and move them to another conveyor that delivers them to their appropriate holding container. Magnets don't attract aluminum, so it's sorted through a kind of reverse magnet called an eddy current, which shoots the aluminum products into a catch bin. Next, the heavier glass falls into a pit, while the lighter plastic materials float onto the next conveyor belt for further sorting. The now broken glass, called cullet, is then shipped to a glass recycling facility. Sometimes plastics are manually sorted, but more and more this is done through optical sorting. This means the plastic is scanned and sorted by puffs of air into groups of type and color. #1 plastics are taken out of the process, stored, and baled. Plastics the scanners don't pick up are further sorted by workers into specific groups. Plastics not removed during this process fall off the end of the conveyor into a pit to be shipped to plastic manufacturers. After all the materials have been sorted and processed, except for the glass, they are baled and can weigh anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 pounds. Manufacturers buy these bales and create new products of that recycled material.
Hey everybody, I'm Jennifer Berry, and I'm going to take you on a tour of the world's largest plastic bag recycling facility. So, let's go! First, we head out to the loading dock, where millions of pounds of plastic bags and film are brought for recycling. You can see the variety of what's brought in. There are so many different colors and types. This is why Hilux Poly advocates for more retailers to use gray or brown bags. This is the dry line, which is where stretch wrap runs. It's placed on a conveyor belt where workers hand remove contaminants. The plastic then goes through float tanks and magnets, which separates out more of the waste. Then it goes through the first of many extrusion processes to remove grime and dirt. Extrusion involves melting the plastic to separate out contaminants, and you can see this plastic goop leaving the machine, and that's what they're cleaning off. The plastic is then chopped into pellets, which are sorted for size and stored for use later. It's also really fun to put your hands in them, and some of the other journalists have to grab a handful too. Then we head over to the wash line, where post-consumer bags are brought. A guillotine chops bales of bags for a similar sorting and cleaning process that you saw before. It then goes through a series of float tanks and magnets to remove more contaminants like receipts, snack bags, cat food tins, and sometimes even bowling balls. Then the water is removed from the plastic. It's important to note that all of the water used in the plant is cleaned on-site and then recycled continuously in their system. The plastic then gets chopped into snowy-looking pieces that are sorted for size. Anything not the right size gets put back into the system for recycling. Then it goes back through another extruder, where temperatures reach about 450 degrees. The purpose of so many extrusion processes is to remove contaminants and moisture and to melt the plastic so it can be made into the right size. The plastic is cut back into pellets, which are then sorted again for size and stored for use later. I know it sounds geeky, but I'm having a lot of fun being out on the floor right now. Scrap from the plant, like the cutouts from creating the handles on the bags or misprints, are put back into the process. Altogether, the clean, recycled pellets consist of both post-industrial and post-consumer materials and are called CNV, or compounded North Vernon, which is the name of the plant. The pellets are used to make new recycled bags at their manufacturing plant next door, or some are shipped mostly by rail to other Hilux poly plants. The plant has its own testing facility, and the engineers there are always trying new recipes to incorporate different types of materials, even like shopping carts, into their process. Plastic pollution is definitely a problem, but preventing it starts with reducing our use and recycling everything we can. At the North Vernon plant, it's easy to see that the people here love their jobs and feel like they're really making a difference. I think Doug, who's been in this industry for a while, says it best.
So here's a bag here that we made. Pretty proud of everything that it actually says on here. This is made by Hilux, owner of the world's largest bag recycling center, proudly located in North Vernon, Indiana, where recycled bags are made into new bags.
Well, I hope you had fun on our tour today. I'm going home with a fresh bag of warm pellets, straight hot off the presses, and I hope you all feel more inspired to recycle your plastic bags next time you're out. Thanks so much.